Valley of the Sun. It's the biggest race outside of national championships. We're gonna dive in.
We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day.
As always, you know it throws right by.
We just got back from the Valley of the Sun stage race in Arizona. Yeah, it took us a 6-hour drive or whatever, and yeah, we're out there for the weekend. Yeah, it was 3 stages, time trial on Friday, road race Saturday, and a Criterium to finish off on Sunday.
Boss 2025. Oh, we made it. We got Cam, he's gonna win the TT tomorrow.
Yeah, drove like 5 hours here for the warm-up day. Gonna be off tomorrow. I start a minute behind Cam. I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming for you, boy. There's no way I'm catching him, but I'm coming. If I see you, I'm gonna get real motivated. Wow. So I'll probably get dropped, cook myself, but yeah, we're here 2025.
4th ever boss, let's go.
4 years in a row, wow. Yeah, we'll be out here tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Let's go.
Biggest thing for me about what I like about Valley of the Sun is the fact that it's a big junior selection event and just how many juniors show up every year to the stage race, and yeah, all the people that go out there to Arizona.
So we're here morning of the TT, doing a little spin, nice and easy, and then we'll yeah, get ready, head over there. Feeling good. Hopefully the off-season training's been paying off. Doing a little bit of TT efforts from Coach Brian, and yeah, feeling good, feeling ready. What about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like I've caught a little cold in the past couple days, so trying to shake that out. See how we feel on the TT. How are you feeling racing up in 17-18?
Second year racing up, feeling good, know what to expect. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dynamic the next 2 days. Wow, ready for this TT, let's roll.
We talked with Coach Brian about our goals. Valley of the Sun, as it's a selection race, those are the 2 big ones. So a top 10 in the TT was a big goal, and then a podium in the road race. So yeah, we've actually been doing a lot of time trial efforts with Brian, like once a week, doing some 20-minute efforts, really getting ready for this.
Alrighty, so we just got done with our pre-race spin, getting ready for the TT now.
Yeah, we have a little Zoom meeting actually with all of Canyon US. We're gonna hop on that and then head to the TT course. Let's go. Just finished the TT. So hard. Time trials are the worst.
Yeah.
I felt like I did a good effort. I paced it. Honestly, I paced it maybe like too good. At the turnaround, my power was like high tempo, and I think I did like 40 watts more on the return. So the pace job was like pretty good. E, how was it for you?
Pretty good. I think I paced it right. I think it was just like getting arrow, because it's been like dust storms. It's been, what was it, like?
Yeah, the winds were insane.
The wind on the way home was like you would do 30, 31 on the way out, and then like 22 on the way back.
Yeah.
So 20. I was trying to hold 23, 24. I could barely like just to get arrow.
Yeah.
To chop through the wind was that was the hardest part.
So yeah, it was pretty gnarly. You don't really know how you do because we can't see the results. The connection out here is pretty garbage, so we're gonna go back to where we're staying, start the recovery process, get ready for the next 2 days of racing. It's gonna be sick.
Yep, let's go.
Let's go.
After the time trials, it's kind of what I expected. I got like 40th, but I knew that the competition was going to be really strong and really fast. But the wind really put a different factor on that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, so when I found out I got 13th in the time trial, I was honestly a little surprised. I'd been battling that small cold. The wind was a factor. And so there was actually no service out there. Our mom texted us and she was like, Jack came in 13th. And so I was honestly pretty happy with that, given the conditions. And then, yeah, felt like the training had been paying off and it was the best I could have done with the legs I had. So,
Alrighty, guys, this is day 2 of Voss. We're doing the road race today, 17-18s. It's an 80-mile road race. Feeling good. Jack, what about you?
Yeah, we found out I came in 13th yesterday, a minute back on GC. Thankfully, there are some teams that are also back that are going to want to be up. So I think it's going to be a lot of attacks, maybe a breakaway. We'll see. Feeling good. We're ready. Let's go start the race. Roll. Alrighty guys, we're jumping right into this road race. It is 80 miles, roughly 3 hours. Eli immediately from the gun, going off the front, playing around with Thomas. Eli, what are you thinking?
Yeah, we and Thomas were just going off the front, riding easy. They let us just roll, and yeah, we weren't going to try and get a gap or anything, but we were just sitting there riding a nice easy zone 2 until they finally caught us. And the first half of this race was pretty chill. Honestly, what do you think?
Yeah, the course is mostly flat. There's one like small climb, but it only gets up to like maybe 5 or 6%, and it's not very long. So the course is relatively easy. So it's really hard to sneak away on this course. But there have been breaks that have gone to the line, so we're being mindful. I'm still not feeling great, so I'm honestly like kind of just sitting and saving as much energy as possible because I'm like 90% sure that it's going to come down to a field sprint at the finish. So
yeah, so EF and Hot Tubes were monitoring the breakaways. They weren't going to let anything go up the road without them. And then we, as smaller teams, weren't going to let any breakaways go up the road without us. So it just ended up being everybody just pulled the breakaways back to the field. So yeah, we were just going to sprint at the finish of the last climb, and there was going to be no breakaways.
Yeah, so we're on the last lap right here. Enzo Edmonds is actually off the front. He sent a little flyer. Eli and I were at the back chilling, recovering, just sitting in. And Eli, you're trying to move me into position right here. The wind's actually coming from the right, so you're trying to move me up on the right, but then I just end up like eating a ton of wind. But we end up making it up there. Probably used more energy than I would have liked to have. But we're on the final climb right now. EF actually catches Enzo right here. And then everyone just kind of sits up and looks around. No team really takes control. And then people start sending flyers. And then it gets really dicey. Eli, where are you at in the field right now?
Yeah, so I'm at near somewhat the back. I'm on the left side of the pack right now. You're on the right side, but I should have been, and it's like crosswind, but I was trying to be sheltered a little bit, but guys are just getting too close to each other, and like people are overlapping wheels, and as you can see here, guys are just riding too close, and they end up crashing, and I was right behind that crash, and that just not to hit these guys for me, I had to go into like the gravel and lose all my speed. And I tried to sprint back onto the rear of the field, the peloton or whatever, but I just couldn't do that and couldn't chase back on. You were doing a few good amount of watts.
Yeah, so I'm up near the front now in like really good position. I keep hearing these crashes behind me, and I'm just like not looking back, staying focused. And we get towards the sprint, and like I'm in pretty good position right here. But they launch the sprint, and like my legs were literally cramping before we even started. And so I had nothing. I'm just giving it all to the line right here. And there's more crashes. And so I'm literally just like get to the finish line and keep it upright. And yeah, I was pretty cooked. I don't know if it was like the sickness or a fueling issue. Like 3 hours is a long race, but we do a lot of long rides. So yeah, I don't know. It could have been a combination, but ended up rolling in 15th. So not the best. Could have been worse though. Huge congrats to Enzo Edmonds for taking down the dub. We'll see y'all in the crit tomorrow.
I was in like the best position possible, and then just like the legs started cramping before we even started the sprint. I just had nothing, so that was honestly kind of disappointing, knowing that I was like right there, but just didn't have the pop in the legs to finish it off. So
Caught behind that crash and lost all the speed and couldn't chase back on. Was a little disappointment because we were out there for like 3 hours and wasn't able to sprint at the finish. So that was a little disappointing, but then really wanted to redeem myself in the crit next day.
Started as a teen with my queen and a baby girl. It was all a dream, now it seems like I had a world. I'm not really seen on the scene, but I like it like that. Only if for green, then I leave with a bag full of cash. Long nights, longer roads, I just go with the flow. Head up when I'm low, yeah, you know how it go.
Last race of the weekend, the crit. It was only a 45-minute crit, but it was a fast one and a sketchy one with this field. Jack, what was the plan and how are you feeling?
Yeah, so I'm still feeling like really sick and tired, to be honest, but trying to give it all. I'm actually sitting 11th in GC, so I was like 4 seconds off of a top 10. So the plan was to try and sneak in the top 10. So hopefully be in good position for the sprint and see if we can snag some bonus seconds. But yeah, let's dive in and see how it plays out.
Yeah, so at the start, we ended up getting a pretty good start at the front. In the first 5 minutes, I was just trying to stay at the front. But at the front, you really had to use some watts to just float around and follow wheels because everybody was attacking. And there was quite a bit of attacks, Jack. Jack, how are you feeling? Were you trying to go in a few of those?
Yeah, I was trying to get in the breakaways, trying to be smart and seeing who's in them. If EF and hot tubes are in them, then you definitely got to go. And yeah, so just trying to sneak up the road, but I don't know if a break has ever gone on this course, so it's very unlikely. So just trying to keep that in mind. That's most likely going to come down to a field sprint.
Yeah, so I was trying to stay up there the first like 10 minutes, but I ended up just going to the back because then I was like, oh, these breakaways, they're not gonna stick, and I don't want to pull brake and then sprint out of every turn. So I'd like to ride the inside and then shoot the gutter and then try not to pull brake. So it was a little bit more efficient. I felt like I didn't have to sprint out of every turn. It was a pretty surgy race, especially in like the mid to rear part of the race, and I didn't want to stay with the breakaways.
Yeah, so everything ended up staying together, no brakes went, and we're going into 5 laps to go right here. And you just see in the rear cam a slight touch of wheels causes this massive crash. A bunch of people went down. Hopefully everybody's okay. But they end up neutralizing the race for like 5 minutes. which is just horrible for the legs. Everything locks up. So they start us with 5 laps to go, and I immediately see this brake go. I'm like, well, I probably have a better shot in that than in the sprint. So I follow it, and then it's got EF, Hot Tubes, Velosport, like everyone's represented. But then I think it's Brady up here just refusing to pull, so we end up getting caught. So then it's like 4 laps to go, and then yeah, I'm just trying to recover. Eli, where are you at?
I'm actually somewhat at the back, and then I saw y'all get pulled back, and I was like, I might just counter real quick to see how if I could just like roll off, if they'd let me roll off the front, which I end up doing. I actually roll off past the finish, and I get a $50 premium, so that was a bonus. But Hot Tubes, Jack Ray, he was pulling me back for his team, and yeah, so that got shut down pretty quick. Then I just hopped right back in and to save it for the sprint.
Yeah, so then going into the last lap, we're like mid to backpack, not in great position at all. And then we hit the back straight, and Eli, you just launch on the right. I actually tried launching on the left. There was a little bit of miscommunication, but then I end up getting blocked. But you go like all the way, almost to the very front. What were you thinking in that moment?
Yeah, so we were, like you said, we were at the back, and I knew we needed to get to the front. So that was basically my move to get into position on one back straight. So I do quite a bit of power, and then I was just trying to make it to where it's single file before 2 corners to go. And yeah, I slot right in, like 2 guys past me. And yeah, then it's just hold on. For me, it was to hold on to the sprint because I already basically sprinted from there. So
yeah, and Caden Freyr's on the front doing a massive lead out for Enzo. And then Enzo takes the dub. Zach Martinez, huge sprint, takes second. And you roll in for like 7th. I think I rolled in for like 26th or something. I was pretty shelled. So great weekend overall. We had an awesome time and excited.
Yeah, for this upcoming next few weeks of the season. We're here with the winner of the road race and the crit.
And
how
the
was it?
11-12.
And the 11-12 winner, okay. How was it for y'all?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The road race was super hard. We tried to be aggressive, and everything was getting shut down. I sent like a last lap flyer.
Yeah, we saw that, yeah.
Yeah, I got brought back like right at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still had enough to finish it off, and then today was perfect. Like, unfortunately, we got like shut down 5 laps to go, and we had to restart.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of helped my legs, if anything, like kind of reset.
Yeah.
And just like lock in for the last 5 laps.
Yeah, it was good. I was like right behind you for a few wheels back, and I was like, okay.
Heading into the end.
Yeah, I had done my sprint to get up, and then I was just trying to hold on to the finish. So.
Yeah, it was pretty like hard too, because you had like Velosport and the PNW team like both doing their lead outs.
Yeah.
And like we didn't have enough guys up there to do our lead out, but I had Caden just like kind of guide me towards there, and we got into those last 2 corners in the first 2 wheels, and like that was perfect.
We held on, yeah. Textbook stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, thanks,
nice
man.
work.
Good racing for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Here with Beckham, TT and GC winner. Beckham, how was it holding off Hot Tubes and EF for 3 stages?
It was great. Can't complain. Pretty good day, good weekend. TT, I didn't know how well I did. And then the road race, I was just mainly worried about Ben. And then same with the crit. That's about it. Just had to stay on his wheel for most of it. Not gain a gap.
Awesome. Congrats on a solid weekend.
Thank you, Jack.
See you at Lago.
You too.
We had such a great time racing out at the Valley of the Sun, and such a big thank you to our sponsors who were able to make it possible for us to go out there.
Yeah, and also a huge shout out and thank you to the volunteers and staff that helped put this race on, and also to all of the junior riders that show up. We love racing you guys, and we'll see y'all in Texas.
As always,
you know it.
Bros Ride Bikes.
All gas, no brakes, all work, no play, all night, all day. I'm moving too legit. All gas, no Out to life, nothing less. Started at the bottom, had some problems, still had no regret.